Very excited about it because I love the artistry behind this item, and the accessories seem super fun. It's a weird futuristic thing with the weapons and the stuff and whatever your brain wants it to be. How about that? I'm sure there's some lore. This is the first in line. Let's find out if this mental agent is, what's her name? I was excited about it, but I don't know her name. Sliding it out of the box because this is Nostalgia Unbox, so I gotta make sure that I show you guys the unbox part. There's a couple layers of stuff, it seems, which makes sense because we had a lot of goodies in there. So let's pull the bottom side out. Ooh, boy. Goodness sakes. Oh, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Instructions? Yeah. Instructions, that's what we're here for. She's got a lot of goodies, okay? So I've already stated that. We got a lot of stickers, which sucks. Really sucks sometimes. We have extra stickers. Ugh, stickers. Another thing we have to put together, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We have a stand in a Ziploc bag, so it's funny how a Ziploc bag is a great thing, but if you sell a product and it's in a bag, it makes it seem very cheap. Who cares? It's a base, and bases are cheap anyway, or a stand, I guess you could call it. This, oh my god, the quality. This is the second time we've got a figure with an ammo crate thing, which I knew was in there, but I didn't realize that the quality was gonna be this nice. Really good matte finish everywhere, and the gloss on the edges, on the corner pieces is really, really nice. This is also pre-put together, unlike this one, which I just recorded the video of, and you have to break it all apart and build this stuff yourself. Poopy. And then also has the foam inserts. This is really good. I love accessories like this, things that you can use with anything. Let's take her apart. Well, not yet anyway. She is clearly wrapped in plastic, but protected to the most lovely degree. This is why people are like, you're a weirdo. And I'm like, yeah, but this, we're just trying to have some fun here, folks. Because if I take this too serious, then I'm a freaking weirdo. You should see me when the camera's off. Anyway, we got this incredible chainsaw. Look at that with the yin yang on it. That's actually a pretty fun design into that thing. But the paint is really, really well done on this. All the way down to, look at that. Let's get this stuff out of the way so we can kind of look at things in a nice way. This paint goes all the way into the little trigger, which is cool because honestly, there's a lot of times that you don't get that kind of detail because you're never really gonna see it. So very, very cool. What is she doing with this? These don't look like blades. They kind of look like metal rings. I don't know, just an idiot boy. We also get this, which is one of the cooler parts, and that is a hoof. So there is definitely lore to this figure, and I really should know what that is because, and I think this gets lost a lot of times when things go from China to the West, because we just don't get these stories passed along. I am very, very curious. Really cool, really fun. Doesn't seem to come apart, at least not easily. And then this, yeah, I love this. And then we get this piece, which is just a nice little hand. Oh, this is box tape? This is, I was gonna say relatable, even though I don't use a box tape thing. I just pulled the tape off and cut it with scissors like crazy. And I ship a lot of stuff. Why have I not bought a box tape thing? But this part rotates. This is so funny. What is she sealing up with this tape gun? I don't know, but what an accessory. I love it. This is getting better by the second. Oh my gosh, so many good things, but we gotta do this the right way. So let's remove the plastic from her, from all these soft goods, which that tells me also that all of this comes off. That's the bonus of soft goods, baby, is soft goods can make hard goods, if you know what I mean. Speaking of soft goods, squeeze tier list, this is a 4. All jokes aside, the face sculpt on this thing is absolutely stunning. Let's zoom in and give this thing some genuine love and care, because look at that. This is so nice. There's a little like beauty mark under the eye. The eyeballs have like a little bit of a gloss to them. Paint on around the lips. The hair has like subtle paint in there. We have these I don't know what you technically call these things, hanging off of her hair buns. This is a great figure. Now, I would actually opt out of this chest size because it's a little extreme and makes it a little kind of silly. It becomes like a caricature. It's just so like ridiculous. Look at that. It's like a shelf. You could put, what could you put on there? Your ramen on there and eat it just fine because it is a flat shelf. Well, that at least has to be one of the only reviews that's ever done that. Genuinely am in love with the design of this face sculpt. I don't know how well this is going to come off. That neck is coming out from inside the body, and I may have just screwed it up. So this is the neck peg, which is similar to some other designs. I hope I didn't screw this up on the inside. It's like, look at that. Why is there like a shock spring in there? So I guess I didn't screw it up? I don't know. On by default, she's got these just standard, like, relaxed open palm hands that have a nice sculpt. There's not much to them otherwise. On by default with her little feet, she's got these beautiful shoes, good paint work. Okay, there's a few things of joints that are like shiny plastic against this matte finish, which is a real downgrade when you're looking at the rest of it. Maybe the body is kind of like a, I don't know, like a reused thing from other figures or other, like you just buy the generic body. Oh God, her hair just fell off. But I guess she's still beautiful bald, so that's fine. Oh God, all of this is supposed to happen because look, she is some kind of robot with a metal brain. And if I looked at the instructions, it probably told me all that, but I didn't really pay attention. This is the alternate face, which again, it's gorgeous. Great paintwork, good sculpt. This is really, really well done. So taking all of this apart is probably one of the most annoying things, though. I mean, when you're used to figures having like swappable faceplates and things, this is a very obnoxious setup. I'm not really a fan of all of that, but once it's put together, as we know, it's stunning. Final faceplate is this. So she's just a little, she's got a little bit of blushing going on. So something has embarrassed her. I don't know what that could be, but it's gorgeous. This is like a phenomenal face sculpt. I'm very much a fan of that. Wrist pegs are very easy to, well, the hands are really easy to remove from the wrist pegs. So far, everything's feeling good in the hands and wrist joints and stuff. So we have these hands, which, I don't know, they're just kind of interesting, maybe some kind of, what do you do with hands like this? Uh-oh. She is using her mind control abilities, I guess. With something like this, when you don't know the lore, just make it up as you go. And I don't think I stressed how soft the texture is of these, of the legs, like, and most of the skin in the body, like, oh gosh, that's a -2 on the squeezed tier. The softness here is a very pleasant feel. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, like a cell phone case that has that like very soft matte finish. The whole body feels this way. Alternate hands, we got these kind of scratchy clawing hands that could be used maybe to help hold something like that weird hoof thing. And we've got these, which are trigger fingers for the weapons or just alternate gripping hands. I mean, you could probably use these for some other stuff like carrying the case. And this is a first. I actually really like the way they're doing this. We have cutesy little heart hands, but the bonus is that they are fully connected and sculpted on the tips there, so you don't have to try to get them together on your own. This is very, very smart. I like this a lot. There are a lot of things to celebrate with this line. There are a few things that are a challenge. This is definitely one of the things to celebrate. I like this a lot. And it seems that she has one of my favorite features that I almost missed because this little tiny tool and because of the weird faceplates. But if you look on the back side of these faces, yes, you can adjust these eyes so she can look off to the side or do whatever you need her to do. This is wonderful. The soft goods, as far as the quality of these, are fine. I mean, it's just like a paint, and so there's not like a stitching or anything happening there. Same thing here, but this is all done really well so far. I mean, she doesn't have a lot on, obviously, but I think the quality is certainly seems to be there. It's I don't know. Well, obviously after a lot of posing, does this start to like get messed up? This is actually like a rubberized material, so if you wanted to remove it, you obviously could. Well, obviously all of it you could remove. I mean, she is very Barbie in that sense, but that's okay. That makes it easier. I don't have to blur anything out. Range of motion is actually also very, very nice. It's very fluid. Now, she has disc elbows, but they're working incredibly well. So you get great range there. You got rotation at the bicep. You got these do pop out a little too easy, and the shoulder joint is a little tough to this part is very, very tight. So that I don't know. This is going to be a serious challenge with posing. I don't know how to loosen that up. Maybe a little heat or something. Otherwise, everything else feels very good, very fluid. Like I said, there's some body articulation. So let's see. Well, I guess we should start at the top. The head has basically all the range you could possibly want, which is really nice to see. The body articulation, she can crunch. As my grandfather would say, we must be in the mountains because we can see right down her valley. I don't know. Was that a kind of joke you get you canceled in 2025? Probably not, right? Leans back more than humanly possible. So the range on this thing is phenomenal. Weird leg joints in there doing all kinds of crazy different angles. So I think her legs are probably going to be like terrifyingly articulated. Look at that. So you're gonna have to really work these legs to get like proper articulation or poses and stuff. And then obviously she's gonna be a nightmare to stand because of these. But this is fantastic. I am very much a fan. This is gonna be a super fun one to do poses with. She's pretty tall, so here's some figures that she's next to. I think this is a line that I would really like to see more from. So if you want it, click the link down in the description or the pinned comment. Hopefully it's available. And if you want to see some more stuff like this, click the top link there. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.